Lao People's Democratic Republic, you have the floor, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for giving the floor. First of all, Lao PDR supports all statements made by parties. Mr. Chairman, Lao PDR acknowledges that capacity building and development, technical and scientific cooperation, clearinghouse mechanisms, as well as financial contributions are priority elements for the implementation of Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, particularly in the development and implementation of the monitoring framework for GBF. However, a lack of qualified staff who are specialized in monitoring framework and clearinghouse mechanisms, as well as the limited budget allocations, are still challenging us. In this regard, a series of capacity building and strengthening initiatives and financial support from potential donors are imperative. Moreover, international specialists with expertise in this area of work are needed to continue providing expert advice and technical support to the local officials. This is to ensure that the GBF is effectively and efficiently undertaken and remains on track. With regard to the clearinghouse mechanisms, Lao PDR recently received the technical assistance from the ASEAN Center for Biodiversity, or ACB, through the capacity building training program. Nevertheless, in order to sustain the management of CHM, ongoing capacity building and strengthening programs are essential. Mr. Chairman, to conclude my statements, Lao PDR wishes to make two requests. Firstly, Lao PDR would like to reiterate the request made in the previous statements that the Secretariat accelerate the process of nominating and signing the host agreements for the regional and sub-regional support centers, in particular the ASEAN Center for Biodiversity. Lao PDR is looking forward to witnessing the signing ceremony in the upcoming COP16 to CBD. Last but not least, Mr. Chairman, Lao PDR would like to ask the Secretariat to negotiate and convince JEF and donors to establish a special trust fund specific for supporting the implementation of JEF, monitoring implementation of GBF, monitoring framework and clearinghouse mechanisms. This is to ensure that sufficient financial supports will be continuously provided to the regional and sub-regional support centers to better enable them to assist parties to implement the NBSAP and monitoring framework in the alignment with GBF. I thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Lao People's Democratic Republic.